Gang, what is you? Hey, what is you? Gang, what is you? Hi, darling, hi, babies. Guys, to anyone who's new to my YouTube channel, I go by the name of Tshiamo Ngwenya. How you doing? To the returning subscribers, get welcome, humble babies. Guys, I do, however, have to plead with the new people. Please, I beg. For my own sake, and please subscribe. Please subscribe. I swear you're not gonna die. Please subscribe and also recruit other people. Please, for the love of God. Jesus. Okay, now that that is out of the way, I am going to have to give out a few disclaimers. Number one, my neighbors are around. We have a pipe that is leaking. Woo! We have a pipe that is leaking. I'm not sure if you're going to hear the water in the background, but should it happen, please excuse me with that. My background is not the best of the best, but it's a different scenery. Baby, please, I beg, la. Today's content, okay. And another thing that you have to know is that I have, please make the exception with my face beads. It's a bit shitty again because it's one of those days, guys. Please excuse why my eyes are red. It's not because I was smoking weed, but it's because I had to wrestle my lashes again. So yeah, I poked my eye accidentally and I'm so mad at myself because now my eyes are pretty teary. However, let's acknowledge the look that I did. I was doing a look that I saw from this other makeup artist and I was like, damn, as dramatic as it seems, I am living for it. I love it. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, as you have seen by the title of this video, I come back with a relatively very spicy and nice kind of video. Are you ready? So guys, make sure that you and your partner get to sit down, get the notes out, get the pen, sit together and get ready for this because it's about to get lit. The first video did do the rounds, however, we did get the attention but not the numbers. So let's try to make it vice versa this time, I hope. Okay, so I also need to put it out there to let you know that these things that I'm going to talk about are basically things which I've lived to experience. It's not something that I got to research, you know, and again, I'm no expert in terms of what I'm about to give out. Whatever that I might say, to certain people it might be very controversial. To certain people they might agree to disagree, you know, and to certain people it might be alarming. That's also another disclaimer to this video, okay? But without any further ado, let's go. Okay guys, so number one, I need a shot so that I can get the strength to survive through this video because wow, what will my mom say? Please, age restriction and no children allowed, because I get to realize how actually children do watch my videos. Such a role model I am. Okay, so drink of preference, guys, please do not mind the fact that it's about to finish. If it finishes, another bottle is there, but obviously I do not intend on getting drunk. Not that you needed to know that, but yeah, drink of preference today we'll be having Smirnoff 1818 as a welcoming treat. I am going to take a shot. All right. Woo! Jesus is Lord. Okay, so now, again, you have seen by the title of this video, I am going to be talking about how to spice up your relationship and how to spice up your sex life. Okay, so it's a few things that you can actually do, you know. Personally, I think that one of the reasons why a relationship would last, let's not shy away from the fact that sex plays a major role in a relationship, you know, and let us not shy away from the fact that a man gets more hornier than a girl. Not proven, we can agree to disagree, but according to my personal experience, I feel that personal experience. Focus, yeah. According to my personal experience, I've lived to experience that I feel that most chicks get more hornier than girls, okay? And in most cases you might find that a guy wants to go at least 2 to 6 rounds per week, which obviously it's something else. Like, it's something else. It takes a porn star, it takes a sex addict, but yeah. Okay, so things that you can do, right? First and foremost, guys, I hate having to reiterate this, but in any engagement, hygiene, I put it first. Whether you're using sex toys, whether you're using your fingers, whether you're using your tongue, I feel that we have to take into mind that hygiene plays a big role. And yeah, and one of the reasons why I actually emphasize on that part is because the last thing that we need, you go to Kotumund, the neck, and then there's vinegar. Like, yo guys, okay? So there are certain things which you can do. On my previous video, I remember having to have discussed what they call things that you can do. Okay, this was in relation to the anal sex, right? And I got to mention the fact that I drank water. Just to backtrack a bit, I got to mention that I get to bath, I drink warm water, I get to douche, and then I also get to apply down my anus what they call preparation H or anasol, which is more of a ointment. Yeah, it is more of an ointment or a white substance, which it comes in a tube that almost looks like Colgate. And yeah, and also I also got to mention the fact that I am currently on PrEP. To give you just a little bit of brief there, with PrEP protects you from HIV and AIDS. However, it doesn't protect you from STIs. Even when you're going through the whole process of you having to take it, which according to what I've gathered is that with gents, within the span of 7 days, it can get to be activated. So basically you have to abstain at least for that 7 days, and then once you get to that point, I'm not saying they're condoning the part of you having to have sex without having protection, having to wear protection. However, the activation of it is that with boys it's 7 days, and then with women or girls it's 14 days. Okay, this is more of a precaution measure should it happen that the condom gets to burst. It's not an invitation for you to go willingly, kanama. But obviously, if it's a case of you have done prior testing with your partner, be on PrEP and you can still do the other thing. But take into mind that it does not, I repeat, protect you from STIs. So you can still acquire and get those, okay? The risk of it. Okay, certain people got to mention, you know what, we different and we also have different immune system. And with that too, I've literally realized that like some of my friends who are on it, they had to leave it or forced to leave it because of the side effects that they got. And that was the fact that some would get like major headaches. Some, with me, I think I'm one of the pair which it actually like contributed to my weight gain, but I stand to be corrected, but that's how I've lived to analyze it, that it actually contributed to my weight gain, because mainly with me it worked more like an ARV. And you know how ARV is like, it's only a prevention injection or prevention pill. Like, we have different hormones, we have different immune systems, okay? And some people got the side effects like it would make them very nauseous. Some it gave them like lack of appetite. Obviously they reiterate on the fact that you have to make sure that you drink lots of water, but without having to off ramp. Okay, so back to having to spice up your sex life. So there are certain things which you can do, right? Number one, you can invest in sex toys. Honestly, I believe in that. BDMS. So just to elaborate on the term, right? BDMS stands for bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, sadism and masochism. So basically that would include things like your handcuffs, your whip, your anal balls, candle wax, kinky things, kinky and spicy things. And for a very vivid idea, think 50 Shades of Grey. I will always live for that. However, I'm very dominant. So by that, I mean that instead of me having to be cuffed, I prefer having to cuff the other person. Because to me, the thought of it arouses me. Like, it actually excites me. because I don't think that it's fair for a guy to always want, or having to allow the guy to always want to be the one that is dominant and, you know, always want to lead on. Like, spice up the relationship. Like, mom shimana sana kanang, like, ufike nje umkhothe. However, here's the thing with me, ne? Especially when I'm giving head. I react more or enforce more force. Did I make sense in that line? I hope. I react more or enforce more motion, right? Based off the reaction that I'll be getting from a person. So if, let's say, I'm giving you a BJ and you do not react to that, that to me sort of tells me that I'm not doing something right. Even though I might be doing something right, but it's different people, like we're different like that. However, mina ngiyithandela indoda emonayo, guys. Indoda my like, do something, just grab my hair. Well, that's if you've paid for it, but at least grab my hair, do something, be proactive like that. I mean, okay, here's an advice to girls. Shouldn't daughter not mourn, guys? Girls, shouldn't daughter not mourn, right? Make sure go to loma. Like, you need to hear a voice. You can't, guys. You know the efforts of having to go down and not hear someone react. However, yeah. Okay, so here are the certain orgasms that you need to take to place. These are places which tend to excite a gent, right? I know certain gents will come for me, especially them straight gents, thinking, not every guy that you've slept with, they are no father night, you know, guys. You cross whatever that you feel relates to you, or whatever that you feel interests you or entices you. If not, please, yeah, okay. Even better, click off this video because I'm not in the mood to be dragged like that. Okay, so an anus, guys, an anus. As much as guys tend to shy away from the fact that they do not like being touched down there, but girls, listen to me, this works wonders, guys. You take lube, right, with your middle finger. You take lube and you apply it a bit, like you apply it lapo, and then on the butthole, whilst you're busy giving a guy a head, may you use all features. So I wish there was a guy here so that I can show you, but YouTube would block the video. Okay, guys. So what you're going to do is that a man is going to lie down flat. Let's say whether it's the bed or the couch, but they need to at least lie down flat, right? First and foremost, let me first list the senses, right, of where the man tends to feel a bit weak, like ufila that excitement, ufila activation. Number one, the nipples, but it's not all men, right? The nipples. What I'll usually do is that I'll lick the nipples and then try to suck them, like you lick them and then you use your tongue to move in circular like motion, ne? And then as you get up, you blow out like cold wind, or if not, get an ice block which you're going to rub on the nipple, and then you go back again to sucking it. Also remember to play with their nipples for extra stimulation. Girls, if you have nails, darling, make sure you rub their chest with them nails, child. The neck. The neck is most people's weakness, child, including the one who's out here in front of the camera, be telling you all about the, okay? The neck. The neck, obviously, if you don't know hickeys, for a more relatable term, the love bite, okay? That too, it tends to excite a person because it does seem as if you're engaging in the intercourse, and you also like showing interest. It's like you having to give like permission, or a person has to hit it hard. Honestly, it's not only that. At this point, both parties get very much aroused, they get very excited, and listen, niyakhalelana. This is a moment where you have to whether decide you wearing a condom or ni better raw and send out those invites for them baby showers, child. Because winter one days. Yeah. Okay. And the next one that you need to take into mind is that the ear. I've never been quite the fan of ear. When someone does the ear, you know what? I got to realize this because with one specific gent, I got to enjoy the ear. And how that came about was the fact that if I'm expecting it, literally I jump. Like, I jump. I get uncomfortable. I do not enjoy it, even a moment of it. However, if I do not expect it and then suddenly someone decides that they're going to lick my ear during the intimacy, like during the deed or during the penetration force, understand, that's where I then enjoy it because of the warmth and the watery of it. However, again, it's hygiene related, and with ears, you know how it goes. Like, yeah, but some people are actually into this whole nasty sex kind of thing where, like, they don't mind having to lick your ear and then coming and kissing your mouth. It's each to their own. I'm not going to judge anyone, all right? And then another part that you have to take into mind. So you sit down there just by the scrotum. Guys, I do not like the feeling of being sucked my scrotum. I don't know why, but I really do not like it because it makes me feel as if I'm about to suffocate. But instead, I'll prefer maybe a BJ. And then just by the hips there, you see that wedge. Okay, so it's the scrotum, is the penis, right? And then just on the wedge, that line, that symmetry that joins to the hips there, you hold it like this, not far from the penis, right? You hold it like this and then you rub it whilst you're busy giving head. Oh my god, indoda angayikhipha nabalobola bona uyikhipha iphelele lenkomo zayo. Kire kitsila yaw activate akorobela yo. Okay, so that's another thing that you should take into mind. And then one of my favorite styles is that whilst a person is giving a head, right, girls, you apply a bit of lubrication here. Girls or gays, it works with me either way. You apply a bit of lubrication on your middle finger, right? And then one hand you're going to take it, and it's either you choke the person, not to a point where they actually suffocate and die, but you choke them in a sexual manner. By that, you just hold them, and then you don't go stiff, no, you just hold kangani je. And then as you're holding, you're going to take one finger, that middle finger, you put it in between the butt cheeks, and then you're going to go to the anus. Do not put the finger up. That's where then the men lose interest or get a bit, you know, uncomfortable. The lip of the mouth, that's where your target should be. So you're going to then put the middle finger there and rub ganglani in circular motion. Ganglani, please do not go in, do not be tempted, even though you hear a guy moaning and all of that. So here's how it's gonna seem, right? You're going to take one hand and then you're going to choke them, or you can just rub their nipples, right? And then whilst your mouth is doing the most on the penis, right, this finger is going to go down on the anus. So you're going to work 3 places at once, guys. Yo, I get relationship kuberekelwa. So masebenzeni, guys, masebenzeni, empowerment, Amandla.
I almost forgot a very crucial pointer. So during your BJ ride, it's up to you how wild you are or how much you'd like to dial up the BJ experience or sensation. It's either you can have mint in your mouth, you can have halls, or you can drink coffee and just to keep your mouth warm and go down on it. However way you choose, even an ice block, trust me, it makes them crazy.
Okay, so that's a few things. And then for certain people, they tend to want to invest in toys. Please let me know, should you like a video dedicated to me having to talk about sex toys. And yeah, this is not my niche, but I hope that my information is quite informative, even though I tend to be all over the place, trust me, because such topics, they make me uncomfortable at times. But yeah, I feel to want to share the great knowledge of my experiences. And please, down the comment section, please make sure to also leave me like a comment there of your personal experiences with regard to that, and also recommend a few tips. Give us tips and based off your experience, like down the comment section, please, by all means, give us tips of what you have done or new orgasms that you've figured with a man. Some people have like a toe fetish where literally someone would get aroused by having to lick a toe. It's fine with that. Get yourself some syrup, chocolate syrup, get yourself some honey, anything that helps excite you. pour it on that body and lick it. But remember, hygiene, bamtase. Okay guys, I really hope that you did enjoy this video. Please remember to like, comment, share, most importantly subscribe to this channel, and I will see you on my other content. Skill Rata Love. Alright, bye.